Check 1 2. Hey, Mark. No, we're good. We are about 6.5 minutes till tip off or national anthem or start lineups or something here. Oh, go on in about 3 minutes, something like that. All right, it'll be fine. Okay. Welcome to Marmaton Valley High School here in Moran, Kansas, where tonight the Lady Indians and boys take on the Marmaton Valley Wildcats in a Three Rivers League game. All important Three Rivers League game here tonight, Ross.
Yeah, the Lady Indians are the defending league champs for the past few years, and obviously they want to continue to do so. And right now that road goes through Marmaton Valley, who played the Indians very tough in the midseason tournament in Iola just last week. So it'll be interesting to see if tonight's game, if Marmaton Valley comes out and plays just as hard as they did against this last game.
Yeah, the Indians coming off a nice win and a tournament victory in that midseason Yates Center tournament, as they won it with three nice victories over Humboldt, Iola, and Marmaton Valley, this famed Marmaton Valley team that we will face tonight. And that was a scrappy game back and forth for most of the game till about midway through the third quarter, where the Indians started to take control and kind of pulled away in that fourth period. But it's been kind of slow starts for the Indians. They kind of come to life, seems like, about coming out of halftime most time, maybe when they go in and get a little bit of earful from Coach Tuck.
Yeah, we've kind of seen that pattern develop. We maybe just look a little bit sluggish the first half, and we come out and play better the second half. And, you hope that doesn't catch up to us at some point, because, you'd like to be able to put together a complete game and go first quarter through fourth quarter and play with the intensity and the energy level that, you need throughout, because you're going to need that when you play tough teams.
We look for a good matchup here against Marmaton Valley Wildcats of the Three Rivers League. Next week's action will be three games for the girls and just one for the boys, as COVID has struck a couple teams that the Indians play, but it's just on the boys' side of things. So next week is Southeast Cherokee, Altoona Midway, and
Jayhawk Lynn, I believe.
Jayhawk Lynn,
yes.
Friday night, correct. Jayhawk Lynn is the only game that hasn't affected both teams, and it was going to be a real busy week next week. Still going to be a busy week for us because we'll have travel to all the games because they'll still have all the girls' action, but it'll be a little bit slower week for the boys.
Well, the boys, yeah, they'll have just one game next week where the girls will have three, and I don't know if they'll be able to make those games up. Getting close to the end of the season in sub-state, there might not be time to reschedule some of those.
Yeah, and the Indian boys trying to shake off a tough loss against Frontenac last night. We'll see if they can shake that off and get their legs up underneath them and get ready to go against a winnable game here tonight with Marmaton Valley. Let's see if we're going to do start lineups here between St. Paul and Marmaton Valley as we get set for tip-off here. And we are.
A little bit bigger crowd tonight, Dan, with more than four participants per adult or per child.
Yeah, four spectators per participant. Number 15, Michaela Art, a 5'9" senior for Marmaton Valley, the first starter for the Indians. Elise Doherty gets the start, the junior for the Indians. Sophia Albertini gets the start for the Indians. Number 22, Kendall Scharf, a 5'6" junior, gets the nod for Marmaton Valley. For the Indians, number 22, sophomore Josie Harris, 5'8" junior. Number 23, Allison Ard gets the nod, a 5'8" junior for Marmaton Valley. For the Indians, junior, number 25, Claire Bradshaw, for the Indians. For Marmaton Valley, number 24, Janelle Grenier, a 5'8" freshman. And for St. Paul, junior number 30, Emerald Struthers, for the Lady Indians. And for the Wildcats, number 25, Kaylee Becker, a 5'4" senior, gets the start here tonight.
Yeah, this is the, although Coach Tuck has tinkered with the starting lineup a few times this season, this is the one he's probably used the most.
We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout for the as they play the national anthem. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout with St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to Marmaton Valley High School here in Moran, Kansas, as we get set for tip-off in the ladies' action here between Marmaton Valley Wildcats and the ladies of St. Paul Indian Lady Basketball. What do you think the keys to the game tonight is, Ross?
Well, I think it sounds like a little bit of a broken record, but it's shoot the ball decent early in the game, Dan. It just seems like, and it's almost quarter to quarter for this team, not really game to game, but it just seems like we come out, we don't take bad shots, we just have trouble hitting the shots. And if we can come out and again hover between that 35 and 40% line shooting the ball, good things happen for the Indians.
And I'm going to guess that, and I could be very wrong, but Marmaton Valley, nope, look like they're going to come out in a man, and that may help the Indians if they come out in that man-to-man, because when teams sack into that zone, it's just like exactly what you said. If we can hit a few shots, we're good to go, but if we can't, it's usually one and done for the Lady Indians on this 5-game guard offensive set that they run. Sophia Albertini, right wing with the basketball, gets it inside to Struthers. Struthers dribbles baseline, up and under shot, and scores. Good start for the Lady Indians as Struthers gets the Indians up 2-0 early.
Yeah, nice job by the Indians to post Emerald up, and we just played a little 2-ball with Sophie Albertini hitting her in the post, and she did a nice job on the up and under.
Grenier gets the cutter, shot up, tries to hit the weak side, pass, no good, out of bounds. Becker, that help came, but nobody rotated down to the weak side, and it left Marmaton Valley open, but the pass a little too hard and high for Becker to handle on that weak side, and it goes out of bounds. So Indians get the basketball back.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. They used that a lot against us the first game last week, and it'll be interesting to see how we adjust.
And there's a cutter by Harris right to the rim, and she misses it. A little 5-foot jump shot. Good back cut on that man-to-man for the Indians to get a backdoor cut of their own, but Harris couldn't convert. 2-0, Indians lead. Marmaton Valley basketball. Pass up to Becker. And right wing down to the baseline. Off to the baseline to Grenier, up to Becker, swings it up above the free throw line. Now around to the right wing. Up top to Becker, right wing, over to Ard, Allison Ard. Good tight man-to-man defense applied by the Indians. Struthers all over her. She takes one dribble, picks it up, but she gets it off to Grenier. Grenier down at the baseline. Looks up top to Becker and gets it to Becker. Becker holds the ball above her head, right wing. As Albertini on her, just underway. 6:12 left to go in the first. Grenier down underneath. She misses it. Rebound comes out to Elise Doherty. Harris with the basketball. Harris left wing, up to Doherty. Over to Albertini. Albertini. Look for the back cut now. 3 by Struthers. Ooh, that looked good, but it bounced too hard. Elise Doherty with the rebound. Put back, no good. Rebound on the weak side by Albertini, but she's fouled.
Yeah, nice job by the Lady Indians on the boards. That was one thing maybe last week we didn't do a great job of, was the offensive rebounding. And, you know, first or second possession for the Indians, we got 2 offensive rebounds, and now we're going to the free throw line.
Albertini misses her first. That's one thing that the Indians have been doing really good on the season, is shooting free throws, as Albertini misses her first, and the score remains 2-0. Second free throw, she missed them both. Offensive rebound, Struthers, put back, no good, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, offensive rebounding sure makes a difference, if, especially when you're not shooting good.
6 shots by the Indians already on offense, just 1 for Marmaton Valley, so a little better offensive output so far for the Indians as far as getting shots off, although the Indians can't make a free throw as Struthers misses her first of 2.
Yeah, like you said, Dan, that's usually one of the big strengths the Indians have, is a good free throw percentage as a team.
She misses them both. Rebound comes out to Marmaton Valley. Indians 0 for 4 from the foul line. Becker with the basketball for the Wildcats of Marmaton Valley. Swings it down to Grenier at right wing. Grenier with the basketball. Puts the ball fake on Harris. Whips it back up top to Ard, Allison Ard. Now back to Becker. Drives the baseline. Almost steps out of bounds. Ard to Grenier. Down low. Swatted out of bounds by Bradshaw. That pass was intended for Kendall Scharf. Subs come to the game for the Indians. Chloe Simi and Kenna Doherty.
Marmaton Valley doing a very patient job running their offense.
Albertini and Harris out of the game. It's 2 sophomores in, 2 sophomores out. Grenier set to put the ball in play, gets it into Becker. Becker almost throws it out of bounds, off to Ard. Now back to Becker. Becker knocks it off her foot, I believe. Oh, they're going to stay with Marmaton Valley. I thought that was off of Becker, but apparently it's off of an Indian.
Well, I thought maybe they'd call the kick if it was off the Indians, and they didn't call the kick, so it was going to be off Marmaton Valley. But
Becker set to put the ball in play for the Wildcats of Marmaton Valley. Feeds it into Grenier. Grenier at the ball fake back to Becker. Becker drives at top of the key, kicks it over to Scharf, back up top to Becker. Becker with the basketball. Into the post, poked away. That's Michaela Ard, and it goes back to Becker. Becker resets, dribbles with her left hand. Kenna Doherty on her, tries to lob it over top to Grenier, gets it, misses it, and it goes, rebound comes to the Indians. Claire Bradshaw hard to the rim, up and under, left hand layup, no good. Rebound comes out to Marmaton Valley. So the Indians cold, getting good looks at the basket, Ross. That's the good thing. The bad thing is they're not making them.
Not making them, that's right. Coach can do everything, draw up the plays and tell you what to do, but he can't shoot the basketball for you.
Becker down at the baseline. Michaela Ard in, shot up, good, and they're gonna score it. And it's tied at 2. She's gonna give Marmaton Valley a chance to take the first lead as Harris and Albertini and now Ava Chambers into the game for the Lady Indians. Ard at the basket for the and one. It's on its way and right through there and good. It gives Marmaton Valley a 3-2 lead. Off of Chambers' fingertips and out of bounds. And it goes right back to Marmaton Valley. A little full court pressure applied by the Indians. Gets it in to Grenier. Grenier looked like she drug her foot, got away with it. Michaela Ard back to Becker. Down to tried to feed, and that's going to be a foul on who? Harris or Kenna Doherty. That is going to be on Josie Harris, her first, team foul number 3, 2 on the Indians. Here comes the inbound play for Marmaton Valley to the weak side, stolen by Albertini. 2-on-2, Albertini cross court pass to Harris. She reels it in and scores. Good ball movement by the Indians.
Yeah, one thing you've noticed is the Indians are pushing the tempo of this game, Dan, really trying to get the ball down the court fast.
Really seemed to change their energy the other night when they let their defense aggressiveness, and there's a foul on Albertini. Had her hand straight up in the air. 3rd team foul. 2nd on Albertini, I believe. And that's going to send Michaela Ard to the foul line to shoot 2. She misses her first. That is just Albert, is that?
Well,
who was it on? They called it on Simi.
Sophia was the one there, but they put Simi's number up,
So we assume it is on Chloe Simi. Saved inbounds off the rebound. Albertini with it. Albertini now sets the offense, 4-3. Indians up by 1. Chambers off to Kenna Doherty. 5 sophomores on the floor for the Lady Indians. Albertini with her left hand all the way to the rim, and she scores her first 2 of the night to give the Indians a 6-3 lead.
Every shot the Indians has, for the most part, has been right at the basket, Dan.
Grenier to Michaela Ard, layup, no good. She misses it. Rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow to Marmaton Valley, the Wildcats. Marmaton Valley cold from the field, too. They're getting some good looks at the basket, but they can't convert.
Yeah,
the Indians lead by 3.
They've had a lot of point-blank shots.
That ball's loose on the ground, chased down by Kenna Doherty, feeds it back to Harris to Albertini. 3:06 left to go in the first, 6-3. Indians up by 3. Bounce pass into Chambers. Ooh, she had the cutter on the weak side, didn't see her. Albertini for 3, way off, no good. Grenier with the rebound for Marmaton Valley. Grenier hard all the way down to the rim. Oh boy, who is that on? Almost called before it even happened. Is that on Harris, her second? Nope, it's going to be on
Chloe.
3-2? It's going to be on Chambers.
Oh.
2-3 or 3-2? I'm not sure what they called.
Well, we'll see, Dan.
They're awful slow getting it up. Our back into the games, Claire Bradshaw, Emerald Struthers, and Elise Doherty. It is on 2-3. Simi, her second. Team foul number 4 on the Indians. Now steal by Simi. Simi on a breakaway, all the way down. Left-handed layup, good. 8-3, Indians up by 5. Grenier with the basketball, cross-court pass to Scharf. Scharf feeds it back to Allison Ard to Becker. Man-to-man defense, back cutter. Chloe lost her man, misses the layup, is Grenier, and she gets her own rebound and scores.
Yeah, this back cut, and then she caught it at the block, missed the shot, but there was no one there to rebound because she had possession because it went right back to her.
Bradshaw feeds it in, turnaround jump shot good by Struthers.
Yeah, I think Coach Tuck, that's twice we've gone to Emerald on the block, and there's another time she was open and we didn't go to her, and he called the point guard over and talked to her. I think that's a matchup Coach Tuck likes.
Becker to Grenier. Grenier comes down, tries to feed it to Scharf, out of bounds, off of her, goes back to the Lady Indians. Ava Chambers back into the game. .149 left to go in the first, 10-5. Indians up by 5. Elise Doherty brings the ball towards half court, crosses half court with it, feeds it to Struthers. Struthers looks for the back cutter. Now to her left she goes, swings it over to Doherty. Elise Doherty with the basketball, picks up her dribble, kicks it over to Struthers. On the floor for the Indians, Chambers, Bradshaw, Struthers, all the way to the rim is Struthers, and she scores. Turned out to be a good matchup for the Indians. Elise Doherty and Josie Harris are the 5 on the floor for the Indians. 1-16, a much better start for the Indians, up 12-5. Good feed to Ard, or no good, and she misses it. Harris with the rebound. Bounce pass ahead to Struthers all the way to the rim. Left-hand layup, good. Timeout, Marmaton Valley, and with that, we'll take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Make it a 1 minute, please, Mark. Thank you. Welcome back, 14-5. Lady Indians up by 9 points here in the first period. 1:03 left to go in the first period.
Yeah, good start for the Indians, although, last game, Dan, we kind of had a 9-point lead in the middle of the second quarter and ended up being down 1 at halftime, so we need to keep up the intensity.
Sorry, Kegler to Becker to Grenier. Grenier breaks the press, comes across half court, back off to Kegler, down to the baseline, almost stolen away. Kegler shot from the foul line, way off, no good, and goes out of bounds and back to the Lady Indians. The energy level seems to be a little better tonight, Ross. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. We just seem to have about a half a step faster on defense and getting rebounds, and on offense, we're getting around our man and really getting good looks at the basket. I mean, about every basket we have has been a layup or right close to the rim.
Doherty is a set, an offensive set. 4 people across the bus line.
I think they're confused. Coach Tuck wants one shot, and
Struthers with a good look again, misses it. 26 seconds left to go in the first. Marmaton Valley basketball off the rebound. Ard with the basketball. Back to Grenier to Becker. 17-16. Kegler now with it off to Ard. Ard left wing holds the basketball. Tipped away by Bradshaw, but chased down by Becker. 9 seconds left. Need to stay solid here on defense. Grenier gets it poked away. Step 2-pointer on the way off the backboard, and she gets it to go. That was a throw-up shot. Thinking the buzzer was about to go off, she banged it off the board. It went in and got Marmaton Valley within 7, 14-7. We'll be back after this 1 minute timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. welcome back. 14-7, Indians up by 7 as we start the second period. Albertini with the basketball, feeds it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw drives into the lane, little jumper in front, off the backboard, no good. Gets her own rebound, put back, no good. Saved inbounds, but it's saved into Marmaton Valley. Becker with the basketball.
Yeah, 2 good looks by Claire, just couldn't get one to fall.
Grenier with the basketball. Backside wide open layup, good by number 23, Ard, with her first 2 of the night. 9-14, just a 5-point lead for the Lady Indians. Bradshaw up to Doherty. Doherty drives to her left, all the way in, too hard. The rebound comes out to Marmaton Valley.
Yeah, three point blank shots, Dan, and just can't get them to fall.
Grenier right back down, gets it partially blocked. Lise Doherty chases down the rebound. 14 fouls on Marmaton Valley, 4 on the Indians, 2 on Marmaton Valley. Simi drives the baseline, cross-court pass to Doherty, 3-pointer on the way. Kenna Doherty, no good. Backside rebound is to Peyton Scharf, the 5'8 freshman for Marmaton Valley.
After starting out shooting 50% in the first quarter, we're 0 for 4 right now, Dan, and Indians just need to settle down, and they're going to start falling.
Becker with the basketball, drives the baseline, kicks it back up top. Grenier now with it. 14-9, Indians up by 5. Off to the free throw line to Scharf. Back up to Ard. Allison Ard, guarded out there by Bradshaw. She pokes it away. Ard recovers, feeds it to Grenier. Grenier guarded by Chloe Simi in man-to-man tight defense. Now poked away by Doherty, goes into the backcourt, chased down by Marmaton Valley. Becker with it. 6:07 left to go here in the second. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Marmaton Valley. Struthers, Harris, and Chambers back into the game for the Lady Indians.
Indians playing really tight defense on this possession, really trying to push Marmaton Valley out of their comfort zone, and so far they're doing a good job of it.
6:04 left to go in the second. 5-point lead for the Indians. Marmaton Valley basketball. Marmaton Valley set to put the ball in play. Count is on. And they finally feed it into Becker on about a 4 count. Becker against Albertini all the way around. And they're going to finally whistle a foul on either Struthers or Albertini. And that's going to be Sophia's second, I believe. Team foul number 5 on the Indians. Nope, just Sophia's first.
Well, I think that one we thought they called on.
Oh, they called on
Chloe, yeah.
So there's the first foul on Albertini, 2 on Simi, 5 team fouls on the Indians. Up top to Newman. Newman swings it around to Becker. Good pass into Ard, and she scores on the give and go and gets Marmaton Valley within 3, 14-11. Struthers down to the corner. Harris, 3-pointer on the way, off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Harris. Put back is good, and she's fouled.
That just shows, Dan, when you're maybe not shooting good and we're a little cold this second quarter, what offensive rebounds can do for you, because when you get that second shot or third shot, it sure makes a big difference.
Harris makes her free throw.
It's her 5 on the half.
5 points on the night, gets the Indians back up to a 5-point lead, 16-11. Full court pressure applied by the Lady Indians. On the floor for the Indians: Chambers, Kenna Doherty, Josie Harris, Struthers, and Albertini. Ard with the basketball. Knocked away, but right into Becker's hands. Wild shot up, no good. Foul on Marmaton Valley against Kenna Doherty, and it'll go back to the Lady Indians. St. Paul's basketball, 5:19 left to go in the second, 16-11. Indians up by 5. Elise Doherty back to the scores table for the Indians. Struthers with it, off to Chambers. Chambers off to Albertini, fakes the 3, now loses it, saved in bounds by Doherty. Now it's going to be a jump ball, tie up, possession arrow to Marmaton Valley, so a turnover on Albertini. Gives it back to Marmaton Valley. Doherty checks back into the game. And Claire Bradshaw also back into the game.
Yeah, this quarter we haven't really gotten the fast breaks like we did that first quarter, and we're having to run our half-court offense and still getting good looks, but we're just not, maybe we're just bogging down just a little bit. But with those good shots, they're going to start falling.
Grenier with the basketball, fed ahead, a little opportunity for the Indians. Now Ard with it, up top to Becker, over to Grenier. Grenier right wing with the basketball, feeds it to number 22, Sheriff. Off to Grenier, she dribbles the ball against Harris to the right, picks up her dribble, backdoor pass, and tries to get it across the pass, knocked out of bounds by the Indians. It'll stay with Marmaton Valley under their own basket. Indians lead by 5, 16-11. 4:38 left to go here in the second period. Becker set to put it in play. Here comes the weak side pass, gets it to Ard. She gives it up to Scharf, to Grenier, back to Ard. Allison Ard, the junior. Back to Grenier as they run their offense. Scharf with the basketball. Feeds it off to Ard, back to Becker. Becker at right wing. Poked away by Elise Doherty, but recovered. Now back to Becker. Becker drives the baseline, pulls it back out top. Grenier with the basketball. Very patient offense. Lob in, stolen away by Struthers. Struthers with the basketball. 4:02 left to go here in the second period. 16-11, 5-point lead for the Indians. Bradshaw with it, off to Elise Doherty. Doherty off to Struthers. Struthers jump shot from the free throw line, rattles it in, and scores.
Emerald with 10 on the half. She's having a very good first half.
Sophia Albertini back to the scorers table for the Lady Indians. 8-lady rotation for Coach Tuck so far. And another poked away and stolen. Elise Doherty with the basketball, feeds it to Struthers, knocked out of bounds by Ard. Back to the scores table, number 15, Michaela Ard for Marmaton Valley.
Indians with the steal, tried to push it, and that ball would have gotten past the Marmaton Valley player. I think Emerald would have had a layup.
Doherty, right wing, over to Albertini. Off to Bradshaw, left wing. Ball fake, drives into the lane, kicks it off to Struthers. Struthers picks up her dribble, back to Bradshaw, drives the baseline, pull up jump shot, off the backboard, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Elise Doherty, 6th team foul on the Indians.
Yeah, Elise was trying to offensive rebound on that one, and the Marmaton Valley player had her boxed out, so Elise maybe gave her a little shove in the back to clear her out, and the ref, unfortunately for Elise, saw it.
First foul on Doherty. Michaela Ard with the basketball, back to Grenier, drives the baseline hard. What's he going to call? He's going to count the bucket and give the foul to Struthers. Thought she had position, didn't quite hold her on enough. It is on Struthers.
Yeah, you know, I think Struthers was in position, Dan, but she jumped up at the last second instead of just keeping her feet set, and that's why I got the call to go the other way.
Grenier to the foul line for the and one. Bradshaw and Albertini out of the game. 18-13, Indians up by 5, pinning the free throw by Grenier. It's on its way and right through there and is good. 4-point ball game, 18-14. Elise Doherty with, oh man, that looked like a double dribble. To Harris. Harris shot no good, but she's fouled. Harris will go to the line to shoot 2 on another good back cut by Josie.
Yeah, it was a good back cut, and it's a good job by the perimeter player to find the player on the back cut, because she wasn't wide open on that one. She was open, but not wide open. It took a good pass, and it was a good pass.
Harris cans the first one. First free throw of the night made by, second one.
Second.
Made of the night for the Lady Indians. Started out 0 for 4 from the foul line. Second one right up and through there by Josie. Her 7th point of the night. 14-20. The Lady Indians up by 6. 2:49 left to go in the first half. Becker with the basketball. Becker back out to Ard. Kicks it up top to Grenier. Grenier back cut to Becker. Becker is going to be fouled by Doherty. Her second. 17th foul on the Lady Indians. That's going to send Becker to the line to shoot the 1-1.
Yeah, Indians are playing a good aggressive defense and not really in foul trouble at this point, so they can be aggressive. But this is probably one of the tighter games I've seen called for in the last 4 or 5 games, Dan.
And Becker makes the first as she settles in for her second. It's on its way and right through there and good. 20-16, 4-point lead for the Lady Indians. Here comes the trap, 1-3-1 trap. No, they're going to go to a man-to-man. They sag back down in it. Struthers to Harris. She goes to her left side, high off the backboard, no good. Rebound comes out to Marmaton Valley. 2:20 left to go in the second period. Indians up by 4, 20-16. Becker with the basketball. Boy, she's almost carrying it out there. Gets away. Gets it off to Grenier. Back up top to Ard. Off to Scharf. Grenier now back cut by Ard. Backdoor pass. Knocked out of bounds by the Lady Indians. A little better rotation by the Lady Indians.
Yeah, good job by Kenna Doherty coming on that backside and knocking that pass away, because if she wouldn't have got there, it would have been an easy basket for Marmaton Valley.
Marmaton Valley basketball under their own rim. Becker set to put the ball in play for Marmaton Valley. And an illegal screen by Marmaton Valley. It's going to go back to the Lady Indians. That'll be the 6th team foul on Marmaton Valley. 2:01 left to go here in the second period. Kenna Doherty with the basketball. Becker picks her up. Doherty crosses half court with it. Feeds it off to Struthers. Struthers to Chambers. Chambers holds the ball. Kicks it back to Struthers.
I think this is the first time we've seen Marmaton Valley in a 1-3-1 zone tonight, Dan. Be interesting to see how the Indians adjust to that.
Harris with the basketball. Bounce pass into Struthers. Jump shot on the way. Good. Emerald Struthers putting together a real good game here tonight for the Lady Indians, as she has a majority of the Lady Indians' points.
Yeah, she's been money, Dan.
Becker off to Grenier. Grenier back up top to Ard. Over to Scharf. Scharf up top to Grenier. Off to Ard. Ard kicks it off to Scharf. Kendall Scharf. Back to Grenier. Drives the baseline. Good cut off by Harris. Becker with it. Back to Scharf. To Kendall Scharf. Back up top, almost stolen away, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be Chloe Seamy's third, and really, I don't know if Ard tripped over her own feet or if she really got a little nick from, but that's going to be Chloe's third foul.
Yeah, Chloe, she kind of touched her on that one, Dan, but the player was already going down onto the ground. She tripped over her own feet. I don't really think the slight hand contact really caused the foul, but when she went to the ground, the ref blew the whistle.
Sophia Albertini back to the scorer's table for the Lady Indians. It's going to send number 23, Ard, to the line to shoot. Front end of 1-on-1. She misses it. Kenna Doherty with the rebound. Off to Struthers. Under a minute left to go here in the first half, 23-16. Chloe Seamy drives in, kicks it out to Doherty. Little 15-foot jump shot, no good. Backside rebound comes to Marmaton Valley. Becker with the basketball, all the way hard down with her left hand, cut off by 2 Indians. Kicks it back up top to Ard. To Grenier. Becker with the basketball, 26 seconds left to go until halftime. Indians lead 23-16. Grenier with the basketball, wide open underneath the basket. Number 23, Allison Ard, she scores with 13 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Marmaton Valley had 4 players around the perimeter, and they just kept running one back and forth till she finally got open.
Seamy with the 3, no good. And that's going to be the end of the first half. The Lady Indians lead 23-18. We'll be back with your halftime show after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul Basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back. Halftime score, Lady Indians 23, Marmaton Valley 18, in a hard-fought first half there, Ross.
Yeah, it was. Indians came out of the gate, shot really good that first quarter, Dan, and then they kind of cooled off the second quarter. But, you know, I think one thing you noticed was we came out that first quarter, we really pushed the ball down the court, had a lot of fast break opportunities, which let us beat the defense down the court. Did a good job of getting Emerald Struthers established on the post. And, you know, I think that was one of the adjustments Coach Tuck made, was to have our girls push it up and down the court a little bit faster. So hopefully we'll come out and do the same thing in the second half. The second quarter, we just kind of cooled off. We had good shots all quarter long, but just weren't getting some of them to fall. And, you know, we're still got a 7-point lead. So I would say a solid half by the Indians. And put two of those together, we should have a win.
23-18 is the halftime score. Lady Indians up by 5. We're about 7 minutes here left in halftime. When we come back from this next break, Ross is going to run down all the individual scoring for you. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. You're St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back. 5:18 left to go here in halftime. Lady Indians lead 23-18. Ross, want to run down scoring?
Yeah, Indians had a very strong first half by Emerald Struthers, Dan. She led the way with 12 points. Did a nice job of just getting that ball on the post and making jump shots, and hit one from the free throw line and just did a good job of scoring. Marmaton Valley just didn't have an answer for her in that first half. Then Josie Harris came in and had 7 points, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, a couple of baskets. Sophia Albertini and Chloe Simi, a couple of other sophomores, each have 2. As far as foul trouble goes, Dan, Chloe Simi's got 3 fouls, so she needs to be a little bit careful, and Elise Doherty has 2, so overall not too bad for the Lady Indians. As far as Marmaton Valley scoring goes, they are led by the freshman Janae Grenier with 7 points, and Allison Ard has 6. As far as shooting, Dan, for the half, the Lady Indians shot 38% from the field. So, you know, solid like we talk about. If they can shoot between 35 and 40, they're going to be in good shape. And they shot 38%. They're ahead by 5. So, you know, that there's a correlation there. 0 for 5 from the three-point lines. We didn't take a lot of three-pointers. They were playing that man-to-man defense against us. So we did a lot of dribble drive, and we really didn't put up a lot of threes, which was fine because we weren't hitting them anyway. And free throws, 3 for 7. We started out 0 for 4, but then Josie Harris hit 3 in a row to give us a 43% from the free throw line.
3:48 left to go before we get started in the third period. 23-18, Lady Indians up by 5. The boys' team's out warming up on the court right now, getting set for their ball game here in about 20 or 30 minutes here as we get set to play the second half. 3:33 left to go in halftime festivities. We'll be back after this final timeout. It'll be a 2-minute timeout. You're St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Well, welcome back. 1:17 left to go before we tip off the third period. The Lady Indians lead 23-18. What's your keys to the second half, Ross?
Well, I think I'd like to see the Lady Indians start running a little bit more with fast breaks. That seemed to be pretty effective for us. Kept us from having to fight through their man-to-man half-court defense. I think another key is even though we really have a primarily eight-girl rotation, we did a lot of subbing that first half, and I think maybe our girls will be a little bit fresher than the Lady Wildcats coming into that fourth quarter, and we'll see if that can't help, wear them out a little bit.
23-18, Lady Indians up by 5 as we get set to get to third period underplay as we start with the same 5 on the floor. Elise Doherty, Sophia Albertini, Emerald Struthers, Claire Bradshaw, and Josie Harris, and they're already on the floor ready to roll as Marmaton Valley still huddled around their coach and getting set, Becky Carlson getting set for the third period. And I agree, the Lady Indians' energy level coming out of halftime's generally been just a little bit better. I thought it was pretty decent here in this first half, so we will see if that holds true. Indians will start with the basketball, see if they can get off to a good start offensively, at least get a good look at the basket, try to knock a shot down here to extend this 5-point lead.
I wouldn't be surprised to see us try to come out and get Emerald posted up on the block and see if we can't get her an easy shot early with the first half she had. I can't help but think that Coach Tuck doesn't want to keep feeding her down low.
Elise Doherty set to put the ball in play for St. Paul. Feeds it into the backcourt to Albertini, and we are underway. Marmaton Valley starts in a man-to-man. Feed it to Struthers. She pivots with her left foot into the lane. She goes, throws up a tough shot, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Nice job. We didn't get it to Emerald on the block. We got her ball to her on the elbow, but the offense cleared out, and she kind of had her girl one-on-one and took her to the basket and got the foul call.
Struthers at the line to shoot 2, just underway. Third foul on number 15, Michaela Ard, the 5'9 senior. Struthers misses the first as Peyton Scharf, a 5'8 freshman, checks in for Ard. Just underway here in the third period. Struthers at the line for her second. It's on its way and off. No good. And that's going to be the over-the-back call on Elise Doherty. Is that her third?
That's going to be Elise's third. Wasn't really a hard call for the ref. He was standing right there, and she probably did have a little contact with the player in front of her as she went up over for the rebound.
9 times out of 10, it doesn't really matter if you foul somebody or not. When it looks to be an over the back, there's a 50% chance you're going to get called for it.
Yes.
When somebody has position on you, even though that ball might have arced far enough where at least don't feel like she put a body on her, she didn't. But 9 times out of 10, when the other team has position, they're going to make that call. Now, Struthers knocks it out of bounds as Struthers missed both free throws. So the score remains 23-18. Grenier set to put the ball in play for Marmaton Valley. Into Becker. Becker guarded tightly by Albertini. She goes to her right. Hits the weak side as the help came. Misses the shot is Ard. Number 23, Allison Ard. Now Struthers with the basketball. Feeds it up top to Claire Bradshaw as the Indians reset their offense. Kenneth Doherty dribbles towards the top of the key. Swings it around to Albertini. Albertini with her left hand drives into the lane. Step back little jump shot is good as Sophia gets the Indians the first 2 of the second half. 25 to 18, 7-point lead. Grenier with the basketball. Drives to her right. All the way to the lane. Shot short, no good. The help didn't rotate very quick, and Harris let Grenier get around her with the right side. Timeout, Marmaton Valley. 1-minute timeout. We'll be back at this 1-minute timeout. This is St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to the live stream anyway.
Got some technical difficulties, Dan.
We lost a little reception here on the radio. We'll be right back with you. Steal by Albertini. Off the mist on the inbounds, St. Paul basketball.
Going to stay in that 1-3-1 defense, Dan.
Claire Bradshaw gets it poked away, and a steal by Becker. All the way down as the Indians put back, but Marmaton Valley put back no good, and this time Harris seems to be fouled. It'll be St. Paul basketball.
Yeah, tough luck for the Lady Wildcats on that one. They had a fast break layup, and she missed the layup, and then they had a chance for the backside rebound and ended up not getting it and getting a foul.
Struthers had to put the ball in play, feeds it in to Albertini. Albertini with the basketball. 6:21 left to go into third. Lost you there, Mark. 25-18. Indians up by 7 with possession of the basketball. Dribbles to her left, hands it off to Bradshaw. Harris ends up on the ground. Down to the corner, Kenna Doherty. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Long. Knocked out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Indians. It's out on number 23, Allison Ard.
Yeah, that looked like that one might have been out on the Lady Indians, Dan, but we got the call.
Josie Harris set to put the ball in play for the Lady Indians. Feeds it into Albertini. 1-3-1 zone applied by Marmaton Valley.
Yeah, if you notice, they were in that man-to-man, come out at half, and we were able to get one-on-one, two good baskets, and now they've gone to that zone, and they're trying to bog us down, and we just got the turnover.
Struthers got it tied up, traveled with the basketball. It's getting ready to say, Ross, that 1-3-1, if you get it around there quick enough, there may be a shot down there on the baseline on either side.
Yeah, that's...
See what kind of plays Coach Tuck has against that 1-3-1. Becker loses it now on the floor after it, kicks it out to Grenier. Grenier tries to split the defenders, going to be a foul on the Indians. 5:39 left to go in the third. 25-18, 7-point lead for the Indians. Marmaton Valley basketball, second team foul on the Indians. Second on Josie Harris. Up top to Becker. Becker with the basketball with her left hand. Albertini on her. Spins to the left. Tries to feed it to the backside. Cross court, goes out of bounds. Grenier was there, but the pass was too hard to handle, and it goes out of bounds and back to the Lady Indians.
Yeah, threw it really low, kind of towards her ankles, and she just couldn't handle it, and the Indians caused the turnover.
Albertini with the basketball. Indians try to extend this 7-point lead. They lead 25-18. Struthers with the basketball to Albertini at left wing. To Harris, around to Kenna Doherty. Cross-court pass to Struthers. Ball fake, drives into the lane, kicks it out. Feed inside to Doherty. Good ball movement. Kenna Doherty scores from the right block.
Her 2 points of the game, and that's what you talked a little bit about earlier, Dan, is that weakness against the 1-3-1 is the block. If you can get the rotation or get the ball reversed fast enough, and that's exactly what happened there. Good call.
Out of bounds off of Marmaton Valley. Goes back to Indians. Elise Doherty and Ava Chambers check back into the ball game for the Lady Indians. Number 11 checks in Bryn Newman, the 5'6" sophomore for Marmaton Valley. Kenna Doherty set to put the ball in play. Indians lead 27-18, up by 9. St. Paul basketball. Albertini with it. Feeds it right wing to Harris. Harris back up to Albertini, over to Elise Doherty. Doherty back up top, very patient by the Indians here as they set a play with 4:34 left to go in the third. Doherty with the basketball, off to Kenna Doherty. Ava Chambers now with it, looks inside, kicks it to Albertini. Couple ball fakes by her. Right wing over to Elise Doherty. She drives into the lane, kicks it back out to Harris. Harris picks up her dribble, swings it to the left wing to Elise Doherty, back up top to Chambers, swings it around to Albertini. Albertini towards the elbow to Doherty, around to Kenna Doherty. She about loses it, picks it back up. Now feeds it to Harris on the give and go, misses it. Rebound comes out to Newman for Marmaton Valley.
Great ball movement. Josie had a good shot and just kind of rolled in and out.
Becker with the basketball, left wing over to Newman. Newman guarded tightly by Harris. Now Kenna Doherty jumps in the pass lane, misses it. Shot on the way, in and out, no good. Ard with the rebound. Put back up, no good. A rebound, Albertini. Albertini 1-on-3 and gets knocked to the floor. Ouch, that looked like it hurt. But she didn't slide and kind of stuck. And it's going to stay with the Lady Indians. It's a foul on Marmaton Valley. Second on Becker, number 25, team foul number 3.
Another possession to try to get this lead up into double digits.
9-point lead for the Indians, 27-18, 3:28 left to go in the third. Doherty up to Kenna Doherty, over to Chambers. Chambers to Albertini. Albertini hits the cutter, good pass to Josie Harris. She scores down low for the Lady Indians and gets it up to 11-point lead.
Josie's first points of the second half after 7 in the first half. Nice ball movement, good pass down low for an easy shot.
Becker with the basketball. Back to Becker off the cut, and it goes out on Becker. She threw it to Ard. Ard back to Becker as she cut through the lane and lost it off her foot. 29-18, Indians up by 11, 2:56 left to go here in the third.
Yeah, the Indians have done a very nice job, probably the last 3 possessions, of getting good ball movement around that zone, Dan.
Doherty with the basketball. She crosses half court with it. Off to the right, hands it off to Harris. It's going to be a travel as Kenna couldn't get rid of the basketball, traveled with the basketball. Turnover goes right back to Marmaton Valley.
Yeah, she was trying to make that kind of handoff shuffle pass, around that weave out top, and it just got caught on her hip and ended up taking an extra step.
2:48 left to go in the third, and there's a turnover travel by Becker. Same thing happened to her.
Yeah.
Thought she was going to get rid of it, didn't have nowhere to go, and got hung up in between dribble and pass and traveled with the basketball.
Both teams a little sloppy last 2 possessions.
Elise Doherty with the basketball to the left, feeds it off to Harris. Harris kicks it out, wide open three-pointer by Simi, no good. And it's going to be a foul on Marmaton Valley. Nope, white ball here, he said. Kenna Doherty with the push. Foul on hers, a third team foul on the Indians. First on Kenna as Kegler checks back in for Marmaton Valley.
Both teams kind of searching for a basket right here for the last couple of minutes.
11-point lead for the Indians. Grenier with the basketball. Crosses over to her left, back to her right against Harris. She looks, feeds it into the lane, bounce pass into Ard. Ard gets it poked away and off to, knocked away. Couple players on the floor. Allison Ard with the basketball. It's going to stay with Marmaton Valley.
And the Lady Indians really playing aggressive defense, trying to get that steal.
Timeout, Marmaton Valley, 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back. 2:09 left to go in the third. 29-18. Lady Indians up by 11 with, it's going to be Marmaton Valley basketball. Out of the 30-second timeout as Kegler gets set to put the ball in play for Marmaton Valley. Count is on, still looking. Finally gets it into Grenier. Back to Kegler. Kegler to her left. At the top of the key. Feeds it into Ard. Now steal by Struthers. Struthers, Ard in chase, layup, no good. Boy, that should have been over the back on Simi, and it knocked out of bounds off of Marmaton Valley and goes back to the Indians of St. Paul.
Yeah, Emerald had tough luck on that. She got the steal, went coast to coast, put the layup up soft, and it just kind of rolled around the whole edge of the rim and slipped out of there.
Now they're talking about it. I don't know what they're talking about. 1:53 left to go here in the third, 29-18. And now they're going to give it to Marmaton Valley.
Well, their coach didn't like the call, talked to the refs, and the refs changed their mind.
1:53 left to go in the third, 29-18. Indians up by 11. Grenier to her right. Harris cuts her off. She looks inside, gets inside right in front of the rim. Up and under shot, no good. That shot was put up by Kendall Scharf, the 5'6" junior. Feed ahead to Elise Doherty, crosses over, loses it for a minute, kicks it out to Struthers. Struthers in towards the elbow, kicks it back out to Doherty, bounces it back into Struthers. Struthers up top to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to her right, splits the defenders and going to get called for the walk.
Yeah. Got 3 steps there, not 2, unfortunately.
1:20 left to go in the third. Becker back into the game for Marmaton Valley. Indians lead by 11, been stuck on this 11-point lead for a little while as Albertini also checks into the game.
4th turnover for the half for the Lady Indians, but turnovers really been pretty few and far between for the St. Paul.
1:20 left to go in the third. 29-18, 11-point lead. Becker with the basketball to her right. Albertini on her, kicks it off to Grenier. Cross-court pass, back to Grenier. Grenier looks inside for Ard. Struthers and her really pushing on one another. Drives the baseline, does Becker. Shot up, no good, but she's fouled. She'll go line shoot too.
Yeah, sometimes they get the ball on the wing, and I've seen this other games too, Dan, and we trying to overplay the pass back to the top, which kind of gives them an opening to drive that ball to the basket along the baseline, and that's what happened that time.
Second foul on Sophia Albertini. First free throw up and through there for Becker.
That's the first point of the third quarter for the Lady Wildcats.
Sutton into the game for Marmaton Valley. Becker settles into line for her second. On its way off, no good. A rebound comes out to the Indians of St. Paul. Albertini with the basketball with her left hand.
Becker back into man-to-man, Dan.
Becker all over her, feeds it off to Simi. Simi into the lane, kicks it off to Doherty. She feeds it back to Albertini. Three-pointer on the way, off, long, no good. Elise Doherty fights for it, and Chloe Simi comes out of there with it, feeds it back to Doherty, and that's going to be a walk as Doherty reset her feet twice, travels with the basketball. 35 seconds left to go in the third. Indians up by 10, 29-19.
Neither team really putting on a big offensive showing this third quarter. Lady Indians only have 6 points. Marmaton Valley only 1.
Becker with the basketball, poked and saved back in by Simi. Albertini with it. Becker on her, cuts her off, shot up, well short, way off, no good. Struthers with the rebound, feeds it back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw ball fake, kicks it back to Albertini, down to the corner to Doherty. Shot too hard, a backside rebound by Struthers. Put back is good as Struthers is down on the floor. Just stay down. Struthers, and that's the end of the quarter, 31-19. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this 1-minute timeout. You're St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back, 31-19. Lady Indians with their biggest lead of the game as we get set to start the fourth period. It will be Marmaton Valley basketball to start the fourth period. Indians up by 12.
Yeah, Emerald on that last play, Dan, she kind of caught the ball and she was falling